Sleeping Beauty is one of Disney's oldest movies, and I'm sure we've all wished we were this character at times, especially after a few parties at night. It is common for LEGO to make some sets from time to time, inspired in the classic movies, especially with mini dolls, but this is the first in which the witch is funny, or Maleficent is represented in its dragon form, and in my opinion, with an incredible design. Will the rest of the set be that good? This 43240 Maleficent's dragon form and Aurora's castle contains 583 elements and a retail price of €70 or dollars, which is equivalent to a price per piece of 12 sets. Somewhat high in my opinion. This could be explained by the presence of some large elements, but I'll talk about that later. Starting with the figures, we have two, Aurora with the same outfit as many other sets, and Philip, also the same as in last year's set, the 43211 Aurora's castle. However, we have two interesting novelties. Aurora brings some extra legs so that she can ride a horse and even dress like a knight to face Maleficent, since wielding a sword while wearing a dress shouldn't be easy. This was clearly done with the intention of showing that women can also be the strong ones and the heroes. In fact, the instructions actually show Aurora with a sword in her hand. We also have Samson, Philip's horse, who had an incredible personality in the film, and if I'm not mistaken is the first time he appears in the LEGO set, using the mold for the LEGO Friends theme horses. As for the build, it is divided into two phases, the first with 3 bags and a dedicated instruction book representing Aurora's castle. The remaining 3 bags and the other book allow you to assemble the dragon. Regarding the castle, it fulfills its purpose. It's worth remembering that this is a 7+ set, although this build almost reminds me of the 4+. Despite its simplicity, it reveals some interesting details. The front shows 2 towers with a pink base, white top, and dark azure roofs, with some gold accents throughout the construction. Between the towers, an arch over the entrance, which is slightly covered with vegetation, according to the spell of the 3 fairies, so that Aurora will not be disturbed during her sleep. I also need to learn this spell when I go to bed. And speaking of fairies, here's one of my favorite details from the set, the presence of 3 new 1x1 decorated round tiles with the image of each one. Certainly less expensive elements than the microfigure version that came out in 2018, and which unfortunately we only saw in one set and only in blue. Inside, the real playset. Below, Aurora's bed with a chocolate cupcake on the bedside table, we have to set priorities, right? And next to it, the famous spinning wheel spindle where Aurora pokes herself, which reveals a fantastic detail. When we turn the mechanism, the plants in front of the entrance move, making access difficult for anyone who wants to enter. Above, a chest with precious stones and a frame with armor. I believe it could be either Aurora's or Philip's. In the movie, the bed was actually in the tower, so I'm curious why they changed it. Finally, the best part of the set, the dragon. It's the only part of the set with stickers, and 2 of them wouldn't even be very necessary since the effect doesn't work very well, as the purple doesn't stand out against the black. And this is the only bad thing about this build, as the rest is incredible. I love the colors and technique used for the legs. I love the way they disguise some joints, the color scheme is perfect. I love the discreet use of some pieces in opal turns purple, and finally the head in its new mold decoration. I love the brick-built horns with the use of the broom piece, seems it was made for this. In conclusion, this set was not designed for adults, but contained several builds aimed to all different ages. The dragon is without a doubt the highlight of the set, with an excellent design that manages to capture the look of Maleficent, and on the other side we have the castle, simpler and designed for younger fans but with some interesting functions, which allows for many hours of play. The set contains some new elements or pieces in new colors, like Samson, the fairies, or the tower piece in white, for example. It has 2 instructions book which can provide a family or friends building time. I also emphasize how they promote the set with several ways to play, kind of different from the usual routine, such as Aurora mounting the horse and arming herself to attack Maleficent, or even Philip appearing on the dragon's back as we can see on the back of the box. So, what is your opinion about the set? Are you going to buy it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you LEGO on the Land for sending the set for review. Opinions on it are my own. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next videos. There's more Disney coming along, and a few classics. And most importantly, play well.